जीवन्मुक्तिप्रदं देवं
ಪರಮಹಂಸ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದರು ಒಬ್ಬ ಜೀವಂತ ಅವತಾರ ಪುರುಷರು. ಹುಟ್ಟಿನಿಂದಲೇ ಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನು, ಪ್ರಬಲವಾದ ಜ್ಞಾನೋದಯದ ಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಅಭಿವ್ಯಕ್ತಪಡಿಸುತ್ತಿರುವ ಒಬ್ಬ ಯೋಗಿ. ಲಂಡನ್ನಿನ ಅತಿ ಹಳೆಯದಾದ ಮತ್ತು ಅತಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಭಂಡಾರವಾದ ವಾಟ್ಕಿನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಕಾಶನದವರ ವಿಶ್ವದಲ್ಲೇ ಅತಿ ಪ್ರಚಲಿತವಾದ ಹಾಗೂ ಗೂಢ ತತ್ವದ ಬಾಡಿ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸೋಲ್ ಪತ್ರಿಕೆಯು ಪರಮಹಂಸ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದರನ್ನು ದಲೈ ಲಾಮಾ, ನೆಲ್ಸನ್ ಮಂಡೇಲಾ, ಓಪ್ರಾ ವಿನ್ಫ್ರಿ, ಪಾಲೋ ಖಯಾಲೋ ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ನಿತರರೊಂದಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಾದ್ಯಂತ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕವಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಭಾವಶಾಲಿಯಾಗಿರುವ 100 ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬರನ್ನಾಗಿ ಆರಿಸಿದೆ. ಒಬ್ಬ ಬಹು ಫಲಪ್ರದ ಸಾಹಿತಿಯಾಗಿ ಸುಮಾರು 500ಕ್ಕೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳನ್ನು ತೆಲುಗು, ಕನ್ನಡ, ಮಲಯಾಳಂ, ಹಿಂದಿ, ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ, ಗುಜರಾತಿ, ಒರಿಯಾ, ಬೆಂಗಾಲಿ, ಮರಾಠಿ, ಫ್ರೆಂಚ್, ಕ್ರೊಯೇಷಿಯನ್, ಪೋಲಿಷ್, ಪೋರ್ಚುಗೀಸ್, ಇಟಾಲಿಯನ್, ಜರ್ಮನ್, ಡ್ಯಾನಿಷ್, ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನಿಷ್, ರಷ್ಯನ್, ಚೈನೀಸ್ ಮೊದಲಾದ 26 ಭಾಷೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅವುಗಳ ಅನುವಾದವೂ ಸಹ ಲಭ್ಯವಿದೆ. ಸುಮಾರು 10,000 ಗಂಟೆಗಳಷ್ಟು ಗಹನವಾದ ಜ್ಞಾನವುಳ್ಳ ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸಗಳನ್ನು ನೀಡಿರುವ ಸಮಾಜ ಸೇವೆಗಳಾದ ಉಚಿತ ಅನ್ನದಾನ, ಉಚಿತ ವೈದ್ಯಕೀಯ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ, ಉಚಿತ ವಿದ್ಯಾಭ್ಯಾಸ ಹಾಗೂ ವಿಶ್ವದಾದ್ಯಂತ 140 ಸ್ಥಳಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಥಾಪಿಸಲಾದ ಆಶ್ರಮಗಳು, ಶಾಲೆಗಳು, ದೇವಾಲಯಗಳು, ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಗಳು ಅತ್ಯುತ್ತಮವಾದ ಸೇವೆಗಳನ್ನು ನೀಡುತ್ತಿವೆ. ಅವರ ಧ್ಯಾನ ಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆಯ ಮೂಲಕ ತಲೆನೋವಿನಿಂದ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸರ್ವರೆಗೆ ಲಕ್ಷಾಂತರ ಜನರನ್ನು ಗುಣಪಡಿಸಿರುವ ಒಬ್ಬ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಚಿಕಿತ್ಸಕ. ಮಾನಸಿಕ ಸ್ವಾಸ್ಥ್ಯತೆಯನ್ನು ತಂದುಕೊಡುವ ಕ್ರಿಯೆಗಳನ್ನು ರೂಪಿಸಿರುವ ಒಬ್ಬ ಕ್ರಿಯಾಯೋಗಿ. ದಿನನಿತ್ಯದ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಜೀವನೋಪಾಯದ ಪರಿಹಾರಗಳನ್ನು ನೀಡುತ್ತಿರುವ ಒಬ್ಬ ಜೀವಂತ ಜ್ಞಾನಿ. 151 ದೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಧ್ಯಾನ ಕೇಂದ್ರಗಳನ್ನು ಬಿಡದಿ, ತಿರುವಣ್ಣಾಮಲೈ, ರಾಜಪಾಳ್ಯಂ, ಸೇಲಂ, ಹೈದರಾಬಾದ್, ವಾರಣಾಸಿ, ಲಾಸ್ ಆಂಜಲೀಸ್, ಸಿಯಾಟಲ್, ಒಹಾಯೋ, ಸ್ಯಾನ್ ಹುಸೆ, ಫೀನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೇರಿದಂತೆ 40 ದೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಆಶ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರುವ ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಾದ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಧ್ಯಾನಪೀಠದ ಸಂಸ್ಥಾಪಕ. ಸುಮಾರು 1 ಕೋಟಿಗೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಅನುಯಾಯಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಗುರು. ದೀಕ್ಷೆಯ ಮೂಲಕ ಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ರವಾನಿಸುವ ಓರ್ವ ಅವತಾರ ಶಕ್ತಿ. ಸಾವಿರಾರು ಯೋಗ ಕೇಂದ್ರಗಳ ಮೂಲಕ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಾದ್ಯಂತ ಪುನಶ್ಚೇತನಗೊಳಿಸುತ್ತಿರುವ ಆಧುನಿಕ ಯೋಗಿ. ಅಸಂಖ್ಯಾತ ಜನರ ಕುಂಡಲಿನಿ ಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಜಾಗೃತಗೊಳಿಸಿ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಶಕ್ತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಅನುಗ್ರಹಿಸುತ್ತಿರುವ ಸಿದ್ಧಪುರುಷ. ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು, ಹೈದರಾಬಾದ್, ತಿರುವಣ್ಣಾಮಲೈ ಹಾಗೂ ವಿಶ್ವದಾದ್ಯಂತ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಂಜಲೀಸ್, ಸ್ಯಾನ್ ಹುಸೆ, ಸಿಯಾಟಲ್, ಟೊರಾಂಟೊ, ಒಹಾಯೋ, ಒಕ್ಲಹಾಮಾ, ಫೀನಿಕ್ಸ್, ಸೇಂಟ್ ಲೂಯಿಸ್, ಮಲೇಷಿಯಾ, ಬ್ರೆಜಿಲ್, ಪ್ಯಾರಿಸ್, ಗ್ವಾಡಲೂಪ್, ಡ್ಯಾಲಸ್, ನ್ಯೂಯಾರ್ಕ್, ನ್ಯೂಜೆರ್ಸಿ, ಅಟ್ಲಾಂಟಾ, ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಗರಿ, ವ್ಯಾನ್ಕೋವರ್, ಸಿಂಗಪೂರ್ ಮುಂತಾದ ಸ್ಥಳಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ವೇದಿಕ ದೇವಾಲಯಗಳನ್ನು ನಿರ್ಮಿಸಿ ವೇದ ಸಂಪ್ರದಾಯವನ್ನು ಪುನಶ್ಚೇತನಗೊಳಿಸುತ್ತಿರುವ ಒಬ್ಬ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಪುರುಷ. ಇಂದಿನ ಯುವ ಪೀಳಿಗೆಗೆ ಆದರ್ಶಪ್ರಾಯವಾಗಿರುವ ಚೈತನ್ಯಪೂರಿತ ಯುವ ಗುರು. ವಿಶ್ವದಾದ್ಯಂತ ಅತಿಯಾಗಿ ವೀಕ್ಷಿಸಲ್ಪಟ್ಟ ಭಾರತದ ಗುರುಗಳು. ಧಾರ್ಮಿಕ ಹಿಂಸಾಚಾರ ಹಾಗೂ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಕಿರುಕುಳಗಳನ್ನು ಧೈರ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಎದುರಿಸಿ ವಿಜಯ ಸಾಧಿಸಿದ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶಕ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ. ಪರಮಹಂಸ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದರು ಪ್ರಾಪಂಚಿಕ ಸಮೃದ್ಧಿ ಹಾಗೂ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಜ್ಞಾನೋದಯವನ್ನು ಇಡೀ ಪ್ರಪಂಚಕ್ಕೆ ವರವಾಗಿ ಅನುಗ್ರಹಿಸುತ್ತಿರುವ ನಿತ್ಯ ಕಲ್ಪತರು.
क्षमापूर्णं जगद्गुरुं वन्दे परमहंसाख्यं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम् आनन्दानुभवास्वादं सर्वरोगनिवारकं वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम् आनन्दानुभवास्वादं सर्वरोगनिवारकं वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्.
नित्यानन्देश्वर समारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरि मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects for this Nithya Satsang. Today's subject for the Nithya Satsang living these principles as a natural flow of life. Please understand, these four principles, integrity, authenticity, responsibility, and enriching, these four principles exist in our very DNA. When these four principles are lived, the seed becomes tree, man realizes his potential. As on now, man is only a possibility. Only with these four principles, when it becomes reality, you experience your actuality. The seed is inbuilt as everything needed for it to become reality. Human being has everything needed in him to become the ultimate reality, the divine reality. These four principles, the spiritual principles, continuously inspire, exert, make you experience your ultimate possibility. As I said yesterday, the DNA, the very structure with which human consciousness is built, the natural law of human life, in Sanskrit we use the word Dhamma, is these four principles. With integrity, the innate intelligence to expand is straightened, the space of positivity is awakened. With authenticity, continuously life oozing out in your system is ensured. With responsibility, standing up what you respond or what you represent, standing up for what you represent happens. With enriching, the ultimate result of you establishing your existence into everything. You establishing your existence into everything is what I call serving. In any form of serving, enriching, you expand and become part of it. The perception's possibility, the possibility of perception, possibility of cognition, and the possibility of expansion, possibility of perception, possibility of cognition, possibility of expansion, the space of perception. Perception is the process happening with the facts and your patterns. How you want to see the facts and the facts both together, perception is achieved. When you bring integrity into you, when you bring integrity into your thinking, complete integrity, the words you utter to you and to others has to be experienced as your very life. The word which comes out of your life source does not get disconnected from your life source. So what happens to that word affects the source of your life. Please understand, it is not like you gave a word, then you and the word are disconnected. Whether the word is fulfilled or unfulfilled, it is no way related to your life source. No. The word continues to be connected with you because it is delivered from you. Even though your son is out of your body after you deliver, your child is out of your body after you delivered, it is not that you are disconnected from your child. His good or bad continues to affect you till you exist. Same way, the words which comes out of you continues to have power over you, whether they are fulfilled or unfulfilled, respected or not respected, listened or not listened. Even though it leaves your body, the word you gave leaves you, it does not get disconnected from you. Just like your relationship with your children. It is not that after the delivery, of course, after the delivery, physically there is no connection. The child is separate. But the relationship exists. With word, any word you utter, the relationship continues to exist. Understanding the word you utter continues to have power over you even after years it is uttered, makes you utter the words with responsibility. The words you utter to you and to others, when you experience them as the extension of your life, they do directly affect you. When the words uttered by you were never listened, please understand your integrity, the completion is disturbed. I tell you, if you are talking and few people who are in front of you are completely restless, not listening, you will never be able to express the complete ideas which you are about to express. you will not be able to have completion in your delivery. Even in the house, when you are talking, the person to whom you are talking, if the person is not listening, if the person is not in the space of listening, the ideas you are going to express will never be delivered. It may lead to argument, but it may never lead to the intelligence transfer. Information transfer is argument. Intelligence transfer is listening. In arguments, informations can be transferred, but never intelligence. Only in listening, intelligence can be transferred. So understand, I am not proposing this theory of integrity as a ethics or morality. No. Ethics or morality is very superficial, skin deep. I am proposing this integrity as the inner awakening process where your possibility is awakened, where your rights are reclaimed. As I was telling in the earlier satsangs, it is not even your responsibility. Integrity is not even your responsibility. It is your right. Just like Padmanabha Swami temple, treasury, all of you might have heard that the underground of the temple Garbha Mandir, there was huge treasury discovered. With the discovery of the treasury, in overnight the temple became world's richest temple. Something like a overnight. Earlier Venkateshwara was world's richest temple. The second was Vatican. Third was Shabarimala. But now, actually Thiruvananthapuram temple was 17th. Now overnight he became first. The temple has become first. Understand that scene. Same way there is a treasury in a room. I am giving you the key and forcing you. Go and open and see. Go and open and see. Go and open and see. You may think, what is this? This Swami is forcing me. He is making me do something which is a responsibility for me, which is a work. Till you open and see the treasury for yourself, whatever I am saying is a responsibility, work for you. Once you open and reclaim it, only then you will understand it is your right. When you start living integrity, the amazing powers expresses through you. Then you will realize integrity is not your responsibility, it is your right. It is simply your birthright. Understand, when you are clear, every word uttered by you is extension of you, continues to be extension of you till they are completed, either by fulfillment or by completion. They continue to exist, they do not die. The words you utter do not die down. Same way, words you utter to you do not die down. They continue to exist and disturb your perception, alter your perception. I can give you one example. if you go on telling for next 10 days, I am healthy and energetic, see how I become young, suddenly I become all right, suddenly I am healthy, suddenly I am feeling so energetic. First 2-3 days it will look like a false lie. Next 2-3 days it will look like a hypocrisy. After a week you will see that becomes your way of expressing you. And after 10 days, your perception about you will change. Please understand, your perception about you will change because the words uttered are not dead. They don't disappear in the air. They continue to exist and influence you. The words uttered continues to exist and influence you. The space of perception. Same way, if you try other way, the other way around. Just next 10 days, go on telling everybody, I am sick, I am sick, I am sick, I am sick. I become old. I don't think I can move my leg. I don't think I can move my hand. I have joint pains. I have this, I have that. Go on be repeating for 10 days. You will literally not only feel sick, you will feel like you can't move out of your bed. You can either make yourself sick or healthy just by the words you utter. Making you fall sick by the words you utter is very easy. How many of you cognize what I am saying? In your life, you can see it very clearly. So understand, the words you utter are not disconnected from you. They are not dead in the air. Same way, the words you utter to yourself are also not dead in your inner space. Just go on repeating the word, wow, what a life, what an excitement. So many new things happening every day. I am really excited. I am going to live it. I am going to make it. Go on repeating these words. Even your loans, debts, problems will look new and exciting you. Even your sufferings will look new every day and will look like a challenges, will be exciting you. Other way around, repeat inside you. It is boring, I don't think I can make it. I think suicide is the only way. Life is not going to happen. Try to repeat for 10 days. You will see everything will be boring. When you wake up early morning, you don't even want to open the eyes. You'll say, no, let me lie down for 1 more hour. When you can't lie down anymore, you will be irritated about coffee not being hot or sweet. The agitation will start. Boredom leads to intense agitation towards reality. The constant irritation or agitation is a direct result of boredom and the wrong words being repeated inside you by yourself to yourself. Understand? Either you can be constantly excited, the words you utter to you and to others continue to influence your perception. Space of perception where you perceive things can be purified into the space of possibility. The ultimate positivity by integrity. When you live the integrity continuously, you become aware of the thoughts and processes happening in the inner space. So with this one concept, integrity purifies your perception and creates tremendous positivity. Sometimes people ask me, can my cancer go away if I repeat again and again, I am healthy, I am healthy, I am healthy? It looks too much. With this clarity and responsibility I am talking, by a constant repetition of integrity, with integrity practiced, cancer can be cured. I have done it for thousands of my disciples. Please understand, complete practice of integrity within you and without the outside you can cure even the diseases like cancer. I am responsible for what I am saying. Please understand, I am responsible for what I am saying. I will move to the next principle, how the authenticity expands the possibility and leads you to the next level space of possibility. Before that, I'll give you the gist in Hindi. आज की सत्संग में हम जीवन के 4 तत्व को कैसे आप सहज रूप में अपने जीवन की धारा होने का अनुभव कर सकते हैं, उसके बारे में बात करेंगे। एक बीज के अंदर वह हर चीज छिपा है, उसकी विस्तारण के लिए आवश्यक है। मनुष्य के भीतर भी उसे विस्तारित करने की हर संभावना छिपी हुई है। आपके अंदर जो डीएनए है वह सहज रूप से इन 4 तत्वों को व्यक्त करने के लिए ही निर्मित है। संपूर्ति के साथ आप अपने जीवन की हर संघर्ष का सामना कर पाएंगे। श्रद्धा के साथ आप अपने जीवन का उद्देश्य से जुट पाएंगे। उत्तरदायित्व से आप अपने जीवन के उद्देश्य को व्यक्त कर पाएंगे। लाभान्वित करने से आपका सर्वोच्च अस्तित्व को जीवन कर सकते हैं। इसी को मैं सेवा कहता हूँ। सेवा वह स्थिति है जिसमें आप स्वयं और अन्य लोगों की सेवा में अपने अस्तित्व को विस्तारित करते हैं। जब आप अपनी सोच में और आपके बोले हुए हर शब्द में संपूर्ति लाते हैं, तब आप अपने भीतर की शक्ति जाग जाती है। आपके बोले हुए हर शब्द आपके वर्तमान को ही नहीं किंतु आपके भविष्य को भी प्रभावित करती है। मैं इन सिद्धांतों को आपके सामने इसीलिए प्रस्तुत कर रहा हूं क्योंकि ये 4 तत्व आपकी जिम्मेदारी नहीं बल्कि यह 4 तत्व आपके जन्म सिद्ध अधिकार है। जब आप संपूर्ति में रहते हैं, अद्भुत शक्तियां आप व्यक्त कर पाएंगे। तब आप समझ पाएंगे कि संपूर्ति में रहने जिम्मेदारी नहीं बल्कि आपका स्वाभाविक अधिकार है। आपके अंदर हो रहे हर शब्द स्वयं के प्रति आपका दृष्टिकोण और अनुभूति को परिवर्तित करती है। केवल शब्दों के आधार पर आप अच्छे या बुरे स्वास्थ्य अनुभव कर सकते हैं। लगातार अपने अंतर सकारात्मक सोच और शब्द का उपयोग कीजिए, तब आप देखेंगे आपकी वास्तविकता भी सकारात्मक हो जाएगी। आपके जीवन में दो ही विकल्प है। Understand? You have only two. I don't even want to use the word vikalpa. The perceptions, the options. Your perception is your option. I am not insensitive to your suffering. Don't think I am not a guru sitting in a forest, in a deep cave, doesn't have any problems around him, gets a beautiful Ganges water and fruits and rests his whole life, came suddenly to Delhi to teach. So he is telling, life is beautiful, smooth, glorious, don't have suffering. No. I am a guru having enough problem. Enough of people attack me. Facing enough of persecutions. With this I am telling you, suffering is option. Your perception is option. Space of perception can be purified to the space of ultimate positivity by integrity. I'll move to the next truth. How authenticity can lead you to the space of possibility. Let me describe the authenticity once more. Raising yourself constantly to your peak possibility to yourself, your peak possibility to others. What you are for you, what you are for others, raising yourself constantly to its peak. We don't have a problem in raising ourselves to the peak of what we are for us. Just look in what you are for you. Many times a nagging fighter with whom you can't have divorce. Now look in, then you will understand what Krishna says, Uttared Atmanatmanam Atmanam Avasadayet. Raise yourself by yourself. Sometimes people ask me, just to tell this, why do we need an incarnation like Krishna? If you practice, you will understand. So much need to be done in the field of raising you to you. Listen, if you cognize restlessness in you, inability to be in peace with you, be very clear. You have nagging, constantly fighting self with you, which does not allow you to be in tune with you. I'll give you one example. I've seen many times people telling me, when they go to a temple, stand in front of a deity, or when they go to a guru and ask guru some request or prayer, when they talk to the deity or the guru, itself their inner space will come up with so many options, as this, as this, as this. Finally, they will be so confused, they mess up what to ask and come back silently. Or sometime even when you go to talk to your boss, ask for a leave, ask for something, you are so messed up in your inner space, you will not be able to handle the conversation. Collapse and come back. Why, boss? Sometime even with your friends, you will not be able to handle the conversation, collapse and come back. Understand? How many of you experienced this in your life, that not able to handle a conversation, collapsing and coming back? Raise your hand. All of you have a deep restlessness within you. Not able to handle a conversation is the direct side effect of unable to handle your perception about you. You may ask how these two are connected. I'll expand. When you have a deep dissatisfaction about who you are, and your expectation about who you should be is far away. Why it is far away? Because you do not feel you are responsible to create who you want to be. You think suddenly overnight, one day morning, you will wake up by some boon or a blessing or miracle, you will have whom you want to be as you. It is the gap between who you are and who you want to be without responsibility is greed. With responsibility is possibility. Who you are is here. Who you want to be is there in that balcony. When there is no responsibility bridge, it is greed. When there is a responsibility bridge, you are building the responsibility bridge to achieve that who you want to be, then that who you want to be becomes possibility, no more a greed. Even Rama has to build a bridge to reach Sita. The bridge is the responsibility. When you add responsibility towards your greed, suddenly the gap reduces. Drastically the gap reduces. Responsibility infused into thinking removes agitation and disconnect with you. Please understand, the disconnection exists between you and your possibility is the reason for non-communication. How many of you feel you have a stage fear? You cannot communicate in the stage. You cannot speak in front of a crowd. Raise your hand. I tell you, you cannot speak even with you. Speaking with you and speaking with the crowd is one and the same. If you think you can't handle a conversation with you, sometime you can see, after 3-4 arguments with yourself, you say, why to think of all these things, leave it. Anyhow, this all will not get into my head. I can't do all this. You just drop conversation with you. Means you are not able to handle your own doubts. You say, I will be successful in this. I will achieve this. Then your part of your mind creates doubts. How can this be? This is your performance. This is your qualification. this is the way you behaved earlier. How are you going to say you are going to achieve it? How is it possible by you to do this? Then you don't have answer. You just dump it. No, I will do it in some way. Don't bother. You escape from that conversation. How many of you cognize you have this kind of conversations in you? So you are not able to even handle you. There is a communication gap between you and you. The communication is not happening even between you and you. You are not able to convince even you. Then, how are you going to get into the stage and convince the people in front of you? When you don't convince you, when you are not able to convince you, you develop a feeling you are a fool. You are stupid. Please understand, incomplete conversations with you, how much ever you try to push it under the carpet, does not die. It runs around like a Tom and Jerry. See, in the Tom and Jerry cartoon, the Tom or Jerry who has gone under the carpet does not keep quiet or sleep. He will be running around. You can see the carpet going up and down. Same way the incompletions pushed under your inner space, saying, no, this all I can't handle. I'll win, somehow I'll win. Why are you asking too many questions? Somehow I'll win, keep quiet. When you push your own questions without the completion under the carpet, they are not going to die. They are not going to keep quiet. Now or tomorrow. Now or tomorrow. Today or tomorrow. You have to face those questions. You have to face those incompletions. You have to face that part of you. When you can't face that part of you, when you can't communicate with that part of you, the non-communication becomes your lifestyle. I tell you, you not able to get into a stage and not able to speak, you not able to communicate to a group of people, I'll call that as sickness. I will not call that as inability, I'll call that as sickness. You should be given handicapped allowance. Unfortunately, you do not understand the root of the reason, the root of the problem. Unable to communicate to a group of people is a serious illness. If you ask from my experience, I'll term that as unable to live the life, being handicapped. Understand? A person who is not in communication with himself will not be able to communicate to a group. And one more secret you need to know, you are not individual, you are a group living in one body. When I ask the people their name, I am Ramchandran, I say no. You say Ramchandran and co living in one body. Each one of us are a group living in one body. If you can handle your questions and have communication with you, I tell you, you can communicate with any number of people, you can speak in any stage, any group. Ability to speak to a group of people, communicate to a group of people is not something extraordinary. It is your basic survival need. With that capacity only your life starts, because any achievement, you need to share your ideas with people. You need to enroll others into it. If you don't have that capacity, till the end you will be working all alone. If your vision has not become mission of many people, it can never be realized as a reality. Only when your mission becomes the mission of many people, it can become reality in any field. In any field. So the essence of today's satsang, practicing integrity, creates the space of positivity in you, and practicing authenticity creates the space of possibility in you. Decision, you will expand your possibility for you. The clear decision, you will expand your possibility for you. You will not be satisfied your possibility for you. So you will not be satisfied with what you are now to you. You will decide to continuously expand your possibility for you is more than enough. You do not need any other separate practice. That is the good news I have for you. You do not need to do any sadhana practice, blowing the nose, standing upside down. No, nothing is required. Conscious decision is enough. Why do you think the Zen Buddhism has become so popular all over the world, but not Advaita Vedanta? Originally, Zen is from Advaita Vedanta. It is evolved from the Advaita philosophy, but Zen has become so popular, not Advaita. The reason is Zen emphasizes on the truth of declaration is enough, decision is enough, cognitive shift is enough. Somehow, unfortunately, all of us, we Advaitis, are stuck with some form of practice without making people understand the importance of cognitive shift. Cognitive shift itself will make you live the principles. It's unfortunate we do not understand the importance of cognitive shift. We think some form of practice is required. I do promote spiritual practices like kriyas, yoga, pranayam, for the purpose of purifying your biomemory, purifying your body to cure some diseases. But I tell you, the first priority in spiritual life, that may be like a pickle, but that is not main meal. Main meal is cognitive shift. Shift in your cognition. Shift in your perception. Shift in your decision. I'll give the gist of this part in Hindi. The second principle which I was talking today. पहले श्रद्धा की परिभाषा है जब आप अपनी उच्चतम क्षमता में स्थित होकर अपनी जीवन की सभी प्रतिक्रिया करते हैं, उस स्थिति से जो आप स्वयं को स्वयं की दृष्टि में समझते हैं, जो आप स्वयं को अन्य लोगों के सामने प्रस्तुत करते हैं और जो आपसे अन्य लोग अपेक्षा रखते हैं, तब आप श्रद्धा में स्थित हैं। आप स्वयं को स्वयं की शक्ति से ही उठा सकते हैं। अगर आप लगातार संघर्ष को अनुभव करते हैं, तब स्पष्ट रूप में आपको समझनी चाहिए कि आपको स्वयं के प्रति दृष्टिकोण संकुचित और अशांति से भरा हुआ है। आपके अंदर आप जो स्वयं की चाबी को अनुभव करना चाहते हैं और जो आपके बाहर स्वयं की चाबी को जो आप व्यक्त करते हैं, अगर यह दोनों संरेखित नहीं है, तब आप लोभ का अनुभव करते हैं। जब आप इन दोनों के संरेखित करते हैं, तब आप उत्तरदायित्व के पुल से अपने जीवन को विस्तारित कर सकते हैं। उत्तरदायित्व के साथ सोचना आप में हो रहे अस्तव्यस्तता और बेचैनी को समाप्त करती है। आपके अंदर हो रहे अधूरे शब्द और मनोविचार आप में बस जाती है और वे कल या परसों उनका सामना आपको फिर से करना पड़ेगा। जब आप स्वयं की अधूरे बागों का सामने नहीं कर पाते हैं, तब आप दूसरों से भी बात नहीं कर पाएंगे। I'll move to the next principle, third principle. Please understand. I'll remind you by giving the gist. With integrity, the inner space is raised to positivity. With authenticity. Authenticity means what you are for you. There is so much of miscommunication with you by you. Many times you are not able to handle your own doubts, your own questions. Do not suppress your own questions about you. Face them with responsibility. Come to reality. Your own questions about you is nothing but reminding you to be reality. Reminding you to be in, with, for reality. Reminding you to be in reality, with reality, for reality. The corner of your own mind questioning you, if you dig deep, that will be the totality of your teacher, your uncle, your critics, your mother-in-law, all of them put together will be sitting as part of you, inside you. Learn to handle that part. You will expand your possibility. When part of you is not in communication with you, you will not be in communication with others also. Anything which you have not convinced you, you will not be able to convince others. Please understand, anything which you have not convinced you, you will not be able to convince others. So, answering the part of you which questions you constantly without suppressing it. Now you are getting it? Answering the part of you which is criticizing you without suppressing it or brushing it aside. Taking that part also into confidence with you. in your flow of life. Say for example, you declare, I will make 100 crore money. One part of you immediately will start questioning, you fool. You can't work 8 hours a day, and in that office itself you try to cheat, escape, run away. And last time when you got your promotion with the transfer, you did not want to miss the cinema theater, you stayed back in Delhi without even accepting the transfer, without even accepting the promotion because it came with the transfer. What kind of a fellow you are? What do you think? You neither work nor encourage others to work. How are you going to make 100 crore? Then one part of you says, don't ask me too many questions. I will have it. How? That and all you don't ask. I will have it. So naturally it is what? It's only suppressing the questioning part of you. If you take responsibility for that part, you can have breakthrough. No. Last time I was too attached to that cinema theater. That's why I did not accept my promotion which came with the transfer. Now I am breaking from that pattern. Now I take responsibility for the 100 crore which I am keeping as my aim. When you start taking responsibility, you will melt down that part which constantly criticizes you, and that part will become part of you. Any part which is not part of the solution is problem. Even in your workplace, in your team, in your company, in your house, if you are not part of the solution, you are the problem. Any part which is not part of the solution is the problem. When you take responsibility, maybe the 100 crore may change it to 50 or 200, but you will be in tune, aligned with your solution, with your life's flow. That is what I call authenticity. Authenticity means you being in the peak for how you mean to you. How many of you are able to cognize what I am saying? Raising you to be what you mean for you is authenticity. Authenticity is not transparency, just transparency. No. That is one dimension of authenticity. When the Shraddha happens in you, the Sanskrit word Shraddha is the all-encompassing translation of the word authenticity. But authenticity is not all-encompassing translation of the word Shraddha. See, our language, Sanskrit, is originated for the purpose of enlightenment. So the depth of the ideas these words convey, you can't translate in English. Because the English is originated for the purpose of expressing a love, the ordinary human emotions. Ordinary human emotions, sex, fear, love, jealousy, war, the ordinary life. So the language also only has that much of depth. But Sanskrit is evolved, the language is evolved to communicate which is beyond communication. So naturally the language has to be so subtle, so subtle. The word Shraddha, I translate as authenticity with the definition of what you mean to you and what you mean to others, being in peak of it. That's all. What you are supposed to mean to you? Completion, fulfillment of what you want to achieve. Am I right? That's all what you need to be, what you supposed to be mean to you. The fulfillment of your goal is the need for you having you in your life. Am I right? The fulfillment of your goal is the need why you are having you in your life. You have so many people in your life as part of you. Your son, your father, your mother, your daughter, your wife, your daughter-in-law, your mother-in-law, your boss, your employee. So many people are involved in your life. So many people are there as part of your life. Each one of them play a role. Bring something, add something to your life. Why do you need to be part of your life? To fulfill what you mean, what you understand as a goal of your life. Being in the peak of what you mean for you always. If you remember the best moments of your life, sometime it will be some high pleasure moments, sometime it will be the highest sacrifice moments, sometimes it will be the great achievement moments, sometimes it will be the great moments when you had the right knowledge in your life, spiritual experience in your life. So the peak moments of your life, how you were for yourself, keeping that peak continuously as a lifestyle is what I call authenticity. Sometime you would have had that peak when you saw a big money happening in your life, or a big social success happening in your life, or a big knowledge or a spiritual experience happening in your life. It varies from person to person. Or a sense pleasure happening in your life. If you look back, what is the peak of your moment? Peak moment of your life. If you think some big money happening in your life, that moment was peak of my life, you are a Vaishya. If you think a big social success, some award, reward, victory, that moment is the peak moment of my life, you are a Kshatriya. If you think the sense pleasure, that was the peak moment of my life, sorry to say, you are Shudra. Because that will not be repeated too many times. The peak moments are, if they are dependent on your physical pleasure of your life, which can't be repeated again and again, you will be Shudra, looking for those moments of your life with a great but deep unfulfillment. If you feel some knowledge happening, some click happening in your brain about the life, some clarity, some enlightenment moment, that is the peak of your life, you are a Brahmana. The community is not by birth, but by quality of your being. ध्यान से सुनिए, I'll give you the gist now in Hindi. जब आप स्वयं के प्रति स्वयं की सर्वोच्च चावी के साथ जुड़ते हैं और अपनी सर्वोच्च चावी के साथ दूसरों के जुड़ते हैं, तब आप श्रद्धा में स्थित है। इसीलिए आप सब आपके हर अधूरे भाग के साथ नाता जोड़िए और उसे लगातार पूर्ण करने का प्रयास कीजिए। इसके लिए एक चेतनापूर्ण संकल्प और स्वयं से संवत पर्याप्त है, तभी आप श्रद्धा की स्थिति में रख सकते हैं। अपने जीवन के हर महत्वपूर्ण और तीव्र क्षण में जब आप अपने उच्चतम और सर्वोच्च क्षमता में जीते हैं आप श्रद्धा में स्थित होते हैं. What do you mean for you? When you remember you, when you sit with you, do you remember you as a peaceful, joyful friend, or as an enemy who will imbalance you at any time, or the bunch of patterns which you are not able to control and continue to lose things in your life because of your self-made mental setup and pattern? Sometimes I have seen people not able to give up that one pattern of constant agitation, irritation. They lose thousands of people in their life. But they will not give up that one pattern. Just one pattern. They will not give up, but they will give up thousands of people in their life. The how question can never be answered in few minutes. The problem is everybody thinks the how question has to be answered in few minutes. How question needs a long answer. Actually, for all the how question, I don't give directly any answer. I create the ambience and ideas such a way you discover the answer. When you discover only you practice. Human mind is such, please sorry to say this, it is so unfortunate. Human mind is so arrogant, never practices the solution given by others. Only practices the solution discovered by themselves. So whenever people ask me the question how, I put 200 things in front of them. They make the combination of the 200 and come up with their own solution. Only that they practice. I have given 108 kriyas in my website. How many of you have visited my website? 108 kriyas I have given. People ask me, Swamiji, why did you give 108 kriyas? I tell you, you learning one kriya from a guru, one technique from a guru and practicing, that period is over. It is now buyer's market. Even spirituality is a buyer's market. No, people are not ready to pick up one solution given by the master. No, the time is over. If you are still in that time, you are in medieval period. You are mediocre. Now people start. No, actually I tell you the truth. If you are not searching for your own solution, even your seeking has no depth. If you just take one answer from one person for your how question, when you ask how and somebody gives one answer, you pick up and start living. First thing, you will be failure. Second thing, you don't have depth. Person with depth will not be able to pick up somebody's answer. You need varieties of possibility answers where you pick up your answer with your involvement. You build your answer. I give only the blacks. Only then you practice that answer. You live that answer. That is why, if it comes to meditation, I have given 1200 meditation techniques. It's available in our website. When it comes to kriya, I have given 108 kriyas. When it comes to the pranayamas, I have given 70 pranayamas. When it comes to vinyasa krama, I have given 108 vinyasa kramas. When it comes to pratyahara, I have given 400 pratyaharas. Varieties. I think our website is the largest spiritual repository in the internet. Largest spiritual knowledge repository, because I believe in knowledge is free. Please understand, I repeat, I believe knowledge is free. Of course, we ask you to pay when you come for the program where the experience is offered. Where the experience is offered. With this money, the infrastructure is maintained. But if you just want the knowledge, it is freely available. And one more thing I tell you, in these 2 days, any word you are going to listen from me is already available in the YouTube. It is the experience. For that, I ask the people to contribute something so that the Dhamma, the wheel of the Dhamma, can continuously roll. Otherwise, knowledge itself is free. In Vedic tradition, we believe knowledge is free. Now the IT companies are making software as free source. 10,000 years before, making the software as a free source is the ultimate business strategy. 10,000 years before, our rishis knows. Make the knowledge free. That is the way it is going to be kept alive. So, the essence of today's satsang, I repeat, integrity brings the space of positivity. Authenticity brings the space of possibility in you. संपूर्ति के साथ आपका अंतर आकाश सकारात्मक स्थिति में स्थापित होगी. श्रद्धा के साथ आपका अंतर आकाश आपकी सर्वोच्च संभावना में विस्तारित होगी. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nithyananda.
Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bengaluru. Phone 08027279999. www.nithyananda.org. www.youtube.com/Life Bliss Foundation.